Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you 10 latest defense updates. Number 1, approval for mass production of indigenous LCH. The Indian Ministry of Defense is poised to greenlight a major deal for the production of 156 light combat helicopter named Prachand. This deal, estimated to cost 45,000 crore, is expected to be presented to the Cabinet Committee on Security by late August after the formation of a new central government in mid-June. Sources within the defense establishment relieved that the Army and Air Force, which have already inducted a limited series of 15 LCHs, have proposed minor modifications. These modifications include the integration of an autopilot system and a ground collision avoidance system, enhancing safety and operational efficiency. Next, DRDO trying to make BrahMos more affordable and give it a speed bump. India's BrahMos supersonic anti-ship missile has found its first export customer in the Philippines, highlighting the growing demand for such high-speed weapons. However, BrahMos faces a significant challenge, that is cost. Advancement in air defense systems have driven many countries to seek supersonic anti-ship missiles like BrahMos. These missiles, capable of exceeding Mach 3 speeds, can potentially penetrate increasingly sophisticated defenses. Subsonic missiles, while cheaper, may struggle to overwhelm modern air defense capabilities. Next, laser weapon system is ready for production and deployment. India's DRDO has completed trials of its 30 kilowatt laser weapon system, marking a significant leap in direct energy weapon, that is DEW technology. This high powered system is now ready for mass production and user trials. The laser weapon boasts an impressive operational range, capable of neutralizing helicopters and drones up to 5 kilometers away. DRDO highlights the potential for further extending this range, making it even more effective against aerial threats. Next, debunking CCP boats campaign that targets INS Vikrant. Recently, a wave of misinformation has surfaced on social media, alleging that India's newly commissioned aircraft carrier INS Vikrant has stability control issue. This disinformation campaign, primarily propagated by accounts affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party, leverages a video from INS Vikrant's second sea trial. In the video, the carrier is performing a high-speed stop maneuver. Next, reusable rocket development. Hyderabad-based Abiom Space Tech has achieved a significant milestone in its mission to revolutionize space exploration. The company recently announced the successful completion of their Battleship engine testing series, marking a crucial step towards developing India's first reusable rocket. Abiom Space Tech conducted an impressive 150 plus tests using their innovative mobile rocket engine testing facility. This unique mobile platform allows for efficient and flexible engine testing, potentially accelerating the development process. Next, ISRO to embrace domestic firms for payload development. In a significant move reflecting India's growing prowess in space technology, the Indian Space Research Organization has announced plans to source payloads from domestic firms for its upcoming missions. This strategic shift marks a new era of collaboration between ISRO and the private sector, aiming to bolster India's capability in space exploration and satellite development. Next, equipping fighter jets and helicopters with another Israel missile. Elbit Systems has been counting the Indian Air Force for some time now, offering its Delia series of air-to-surface missile. According to sources familiar with the program, the IAF is actively evaluating the Dalila as a potential addition to its arsenal, considering factors like price, technology transfer terms, and overall capabilities. The Dalila missile stands out for its ability to loiter in an area before striking, allowing the positive target identification and minimizing collateral damage. This advanced weapon system boasts a turbojet engine that enables a range of 250 kilometers and the ability to adjust flight profiles for optimal mission execution. Next. DRDO seeking partners for LCA brake parachute production. The DRDO is seeking collaboration with private Indian companies for the manufacture and fabrication of a hybrid brake parachute system for the LCA Tejas. The brake parachute plays a vital role in ensuring the safe landing of the LCA. It supplements the aircraft primary wheel braking system by reducing its landing run, particularly beneficial on runways with limited space. Next. Carl Gustaf M4 production to boost Indian military. In a significant move towards self-reliance in defense equipment, India has signed a deal with Swedish defense major Saab to produce the Carl Gustaf M4 weapon system within the country. This agreement, announced on May 25, 2024, is a major boost to India's Make in India initiative and will equip its armed forces with the next generation shoulder-launched multi-purpose weapon. The Carl Gustaf is a man-portable multi-role weapon system developed by Swedish defense manufacturer Saab. It is widely acclaimed for its robustness, ease of use, adaptability to various combat situations. Next. A promising design hampered by caliber choice. The joint venture Protective Carbine, also known as the modern submachine carbine, captured attention with its innovative design. This compact, lightweight and robust weapon, boasting a bullpup configuration, offered a glimpse into the future of Indian small arms. However, despite its merits, the JVPC failed to gain widespread adoption within the Indian Army. Thanks.